Here we have the LEGO Winter Village set for 2024, Santa's Post Office. And yes, we have had a post office in previous years, but this one is quite a bit different. Just like most sets in the Icons theme, this is rated 18+, and it has 1,440 pieces, and it's set number 10339. And the batteries included are for the light brick. This set includes 5 minifigures, including Santa Claus, which we've seen many times by now, but the elves are slightly different. They have their post office uniforms. This set measures 28 centimeters wide and 21 centimeters tall, and on the back of the box just shows you what the inside looks like. Of course, it is open back like all Winter Village sets. Got the hot air balloon there and some cool interior details. Let's get it open. Inside the box there are 10 numbered bags, plus the extra bag for the hot air balloon pieces, and look at that, they're paper bags, apart from that one of course, but this is actually a surprise. Despite LEGO saying they're going to roll this out over the last 4 years, I still get a lot of plastic bags. What about you? Tell me in the comments. And there are 2 instruction booklets plus 1 small sticker sheet, but what was a surprise is that they weren't protected by any plastic packaging or even a paper envelope, which is a little strange because LEGO usually do that with their larger sets, so the fact that this was all loose in the box and the sticker sheet is at risk of getting crinkled up and bent out of shape. Not good, LEGO. The larger instruction booklet has 182 pages, and the smaller one has 51. And once you finish building, these are the leftover parts. As you can see, there are quite a lot of small pieces left over. And once the set is finished, this is what it looks like, and I am impressed. At first I was a bit hesitant about it, but it's changed my mind. I do quite like it. Loads of letters, accessories, which is good because obviously it's a post office. A few different side builds and things. Let's take over to the review table and take a closer look. So as you can see, there's a lot of little extras and side builds, and as I mentioned, plenty of letters here, which is good because it's a post office. This isn't all of them, these are just all the loose ones. There's some throughout the build as well, and in the main post office, some on these little side builds. But I really like just having the variety. It's not the same old letter piece. Got a couple of new prints here. This junk mail one, which looks really cool. Very happy to get that. And this letter piece here, which looks like airmail, very nice. I do like that, so I want to see plenty more of these prints. I think this one, they might have appeared in some LEGO Friends sets, but this is the first time I've seen them, so I want to see lots more of them, LEGO. Give us a LEGO City post office while you're at it. Start off with this first little side build, which is a nice little ice fishing hole there with a seal, which I didn't know was included in the set, so that's great to see. Another one of the letters there, and a fish that's just been caught, with some nice kind of glittery, sparkly effect to the tiles in there to look like the water's shining away. And of course, it's LEGO Winter Village set, so there must be a Christmas tree. This one uses a different design to ones we've seen before. They always try and do something different, with plenty of different presents around the bottom and the little Christmas tree skirt there. Yeah, this tree looks, well, it's not too decorated, but it's just got like the bare minimum on there, and then with the star on top as well. So nice little different design for that. And then this little side build is pretty cool. It's on a larger plate, so I guess you can, well, almost unnecessary, but at least there's space for minifigures on there with a post box, some snow on top. And then this is a really cool sign piece here, pointing to the different places, including some references to some older Winter Village sets like Santa's Workshop and the Elf Clubhouse. And I almost forgot, we have Santa's book here, so counting away the letters from the naughty and nice list, the good mail and the junk mail. This little sled here with another letter and a present being delivered on top. And here we have the letter sorting machine, which looks quite large and colourful. It kind of fits into the whole Santa North Pole look thing. You've got the wheel on here, doesn't actually do anything, but you've got this big lever so it can flip side to side, and then this can attach to the main build as well, which I'll show you later on. But you can line up your cart, so obviously you've got your green cart for the good mail, then the red cart for the junk mail. And if we line up the carts either side of it and pop in a couple of letters, let's see which way it will go. Then you just flick the switch, ta-da! Oh, looks like the junk mail went inside the green cart, but you get the idea. And as I mentioned, you can attach the sorting machine to the post office just on this studs here, so it just fits nicely. And it's nice that it can be detached, so if you have your Winter Village sets against like a shelf or along a wall or something, obviously it's a nice flat surface, this would kind of stick out a little bit. So if you don't have the space, you could bring it out, have it out front or something, but you can easily attach it. And when it is attached, it is lined up with the mail chutes, which I'll show when we get to those in a moment. But taking a look at the backside of this then, nice open space, so plenty of space for minifigures, but some might say it's lacking details. Here we have a little coffee break room with our hot chocolate machine there, and a piles of letters and presents stacking up by the front door. Here we've got a little mini sorting room with the different trays and the post boxes up top there, so that's pretty cool, with the cheese wedges representing different letters and things being stacked into their little pigeonholes there. And then we've got Santa's break room with this very nice chair, desk with a list on, some more letters that he's reading, and there is a cozy fireplace in back and a globe. And then in the back corner, you can't see too much, there's a bookcase there as well. To allow some extra light, you can just remove the roof. It's not attached with any studs, it just kind of rests in place there. And that's the same with the top roof. Again, that just easily comes off like that. This roof is all kind of built in, you can't easily remove that, but there's still enough access in there if you need to get in there. Moving on up here, we've got Santa's office as well, where he's checking and reading more letters, and he can send them down the chute from here as well. A couple of studs for the minifigures, the little quill pen there, the candlelight, the stamps. Yeah, good stuff. And here is the platform for the hot air balloon to land, which does look a little bit plain and kind of flat, but obviously that would make sense because it needs to land on a flat surface. At least it is still snow covered. But whilst I was building this whole set, I was thinking, wow, there's a lot of modifications I could do to this. If you didn't want it to be more of the fantasy North Pole sort of vibe and you didn't want to have these chutes, then there's a whole lot of customizations that you could probably do to this. So I might think about doing that. And around to the front, this is what it looks like. A few Christmas decorations scattered around there with the bugle made up there, which is kind of the logo for LEGO Post, and it has been for a long time. You got your candy cane lampposts out front. Nice little archway over the door there. A couple of mini trees, snow covered, some windows around as well. And I guess since the letter chute is outside, there's the chance that snow would eventually pile up and slide into the office. So that might not be the best thing for them to deal with. Plenty of snow detailing covered up there, which is nice to see. Got a lantern and some Christmas decorations down here as well, with an outdoor double fireplace, which is okay. I know outdoor fireplaces are a thing, but personally I'm not a fan of them in general. I just don't like the look of it in this scenario, but that would be a pretty easy modification if you didn't want to have that in there. It wouldn't take too much to remove. A couple of logs outside as well, and a little snowman being built with more of those trees, and then another one of those windows. And some good parts uses with the unicorn horns here to act as icicles hanging from the eaves of the roof. Yeah, good stuff. And with the post office out of the way, let's take a look at the hot air balloon here. Nice little build. I've never built one of these in LEGO before, but I know they've kind of done this thing, this general style, using these pieces for the balloon, which is a bit small compared to the basket, but, you know, it still looks good. I like the colour scheme. Light brick included, of course, so you can just press down on this piece here to activate it as if the flame is firing up and powering the balloon. So I imagine this goes off to collect the letters from the city, bring them back to the North Pole, and then they can dump them in here, slide down the chute, and away we go. And despite the size of it, as you can see, there's a couple of letters there. It can only fit one minifigure standing in there. Got your little lever to control it. Yeah, nice little build. So let's see how this chute mechanism works. So a hot air balloon comes in to land, just like that. Perfect landing. Wouldn't want to miss, would you? Because you haven't got a big enough platform to make any mistakes. Make sure your carts are in place, and you tip the basket from here, let it slide down and shoot, and in they go into your cart. So you can flick the switch depending which one you want it to go in, and then the elves can take it away to sort further. Good job. I like this. And if Santa was upstairs in his office, he can drop a letter down the chute, just like that, and it'd go in there as well. And speaking of Santa, let's take a look at the minifigure included. This is LEGO Santa Claus. We've seen many of these over the past few years. Basic same design, so nothing new here. No accessories for him or anything like that. Obviously, you take the head off, got the beard on there, no alternate face or anything. LEGO have pretty much perfected the Santa Claus design, so I don't see why they would need to change it. It's pretty perfect, isn't it? The only problem is, if you have a few of them, then what do? I guess you could have a Santa Claus costume competition or something. Next up, we have our hot air balloon pilot with the elf, and all the elves share the same outfit, so and legs there. But this is a slightly updated version of the elf torso with the post office logo on there, so it's exclusive to this set and Santa's delivery truck, which would pair nicely with this. Yeah, pretty cool. Like the old-fashioned style of helmet on there, and he does have an alternate face. Looking a bit shocked. Maybe he's got a lot of junk mail, or he's got a bit of a tricky landing to make. But hopefully his landing shouldn't be too difficult, because we've got this little elf minifigure here who does have the same torso, again just covered up by the scarf so you can't see the logo, with his little landing lights here to help guide in the hot air balloon. And this one does not have an alternate face. Here we have this little elf enjoying a hot chocolate from the drinks machine in the post office, and she's got an alternate face, again another shocked one. And lastly, we've got another little happy elf who's just working away in the sorting room, and he does not have an alternate face. So we've got 4 elf minifigures plus Santa Claus. I feel like maybe one more elf and just like maybe Mrs. Claus or something. Like, I think they've got away with the bare minimum here, but of course more would always be better. Initially, I was a bit disappointed with this set when I first saw images of it, and I decided not to get it. Of course, now I have changed my mind, and I am happy with what I've got here. I'm happy that I've got it. It was a nice little enjoyable build. Lots of little extras which I like to see. The main build itself is pretty cool. Yeah, so I think if you have a winter village or a North Pole scene, this will go lovely in your collection. All that's left for me to do now is add this to my winter village, I think. If you guys have the set, tell me in the comments below what's your favourite thing about it. Would you change anything? And what do you want to see LEGO do for next year's winter village set? Tell me in the comments. I'll see you next time for more. Bye for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel or on one of my other channels as well. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with your friends.